Tapping tribe. You made it. Ah. Oh my God, I love seeing all of your faces. Welcome. This is a great day to dive in deep together. We're doing these live tapping experiences twice a month, once 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then the other weeks are 6 p.m. So it's so nice to have it during the day. Welcome, everyone. So we're going to lead you all through a tapping experience today. We're going to do some deep dives into the power of our own coaching practice and how to bring tapping out into the world. I would love to hear from you. You can head on over to the chat area and let us know, where in the world are you coming in from? Oh, Lona, you're in Tulum. I'm in Tulum as well. That's awesome. We've got Italy, Florida, Germany, New Jersey, Costa Rica, beautiful, UK, Portugal, Canada. I love this. Dublin, all of our European friends. You can now join us because our 6 p.m. time never really worked for you, love. So it's beautiful to be able to be opening this circle to all of you. Sweden, UK, Detroit, love it, love it, love it. Columbus, Ohio. Yes, I am doing workshops. I have a workshop in Tulum this Thursday night. You can check it out. It's on my Instagram wall. It's Thursday night at Nomade, just so you know. Okay, my love. So many of you are new to our group here. Many of you have been tapping with us for many years, and we've shifted the format of these classes to really focus on becoming a leader in the world and using tapping as one of those tools to not only support yourself, but to support others, to support your friends, your family, your clients, the things you're doing at work, so that there can be a ripple effect around you. And there comes a time in our healing journey, as I'm sure you've all known and all probably experienced at times, where it's sometimes the fastest way to heal our own stuff is to share it with others, because then you get to embody it as a leader, and then you get to really practice that embodiment. So that's what we're going to do today. And today's theme is all about accountability. And I have to say, like, that word can often make me cringe. Like, give me a thumbs up if you ever hear the word, like, are you being accountable? Like, does that like make you cringe a little bit? Yeah, give me a thumbs up if that happens, right? So I feel like it's a term that's used in the coaching industry, that you have an accountability buddy, that you have to be accountable. And I think it can bring up a lot of old fear or even guilt or shame if you don't get things done. And so today we're going to really flip that, and we're going to drop deep inside our own soul's power, our soul intention to thrive and to share goodness, and to really shift the word and the way we relate to the word accountable to something that's inspiring. Because when we're really inspired by what we're doing, we don't even need to try to be accountable, because it actually comes out of us. So we want to create positive, healthy habits. We want to have new beliefs. We want to achieve certain types of goals. We want to manifest certain visions. And in order to do that, whether that be ourselves or we're helping our clients, we have to have a repetition of certain types of habits and certain types of curriculum in our life that allows us to move towards that goal. And so instead of feeling like it's a burden all the time, like, I got to carry this with me, I got to do this today, I got to make this happen, instead of all of that, today we're going to learn for ourselves and how to help others in getting really inspired by what you're creating, getting really inspired by what you're sharing, so that it becomes like a channel of joy, a channel of excitement. And in order to do that, we have to let go of some of these habits and some of these ways of being that actually aren't serving the new version of ourselves that we're ready to step into. So I'm going to give you a little tour. I have a 4-step process that I'm going to show you. You'll also get this as a PDF download in your email on Friday. So you can also have that. You can use it later. And you can also come back to this session as well and do it for yourself as many times as you want. And this will be something that you can always come back to if you want to get in deep alignment with the power of your soul and create real commitments around what you're creating and let it feel like a joyful practice. So I'm going to head over into my share screen right now. Beautiful. Ohio, Canada. Nice. Love feeling the international community here. All right, so here is a little tour of what we're going to be doing actually in the session today. And this is something that you can do with your friends, family, clients, or yourself. So we're going to manifest our goals using tapping. And there are some questions that I really like to bring into a session that allow us to go deeper with what's blocking us and also go deeper with what's inspiring us. And so here we go. So the first thing is, when we're trying to manifest something, a lot of the time we are brought up in a world where we have all of these goals and we see these outside goals and we see other people expressing goals or achieving goals. And we think, oh, maybe I should be doing that, or I would like to have that as well. Yet a lot of the time it is just you following what everyone else is doing versus you feeling super inspired and excited to create it because it feels good for your soul. And a lot of the time we think, oh, when I get there, I'll feel good. But we really want to invite for ourselves today, like, what brings deep joy? What brings deep fulfillment? And then our goals can come from there. Then our dreams can come from that place. And we have to really drop inside of ourselves to ask ourselves that as well, versus continually saying, oh, well, that person's achieved all these things, maybe I should be there, or that person looks like this, maybe I should be there. And it's possible that your actual true dream is very different than the rest of the world. And so we want to really get in touch with the emotions, the positive emotions that you want to feel versus just the goal itself. So you can have your client or yourself list out not only the goal, but the positive emotions that they will believe they will experience when it's achieved. When someone's positive emotions are backed by their desires, there'll be more energy to create momentum towards the dream. Step 2, what do they need to let go of to make it simple? So we're all about simplicity. So much of the time, and for many years in my own practice, I made it way too complicated for myself. I put so much pressure on myself. I tried to do way too many things. And as a result, I ended up failing. I ended up spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on so many different types of projects, but I wasn't keeping it simple. And it wasn't actually until I simplified and I was forced to simplify that actually the success started to come. And I actually had more energy to give, more energy for myself, my own leisurely life, my own ability to travel, and having a simpler plan actually can make it way more successful as well. So we want to have you or your clients identify what parts of themselves, what old habits, or even what excuses are holding them back so that they can let go of that self-sabotage. And we're going to do a deep tap on this particular piece. And then what positive beliefs exist in this new reality. So once you've cleared out all of that weight, all of that heavy stuff, there's now space inside your being to actually bring in the new positive beliefs. A lot of the time, if you don't clear out the limiting beliefs, the negative ones, the positive ones will always compete with them. And you'll go on a yo-yo where you're sometimes positive, sometimes negative, sometimes believe in yourself, sometimes not believe in yourself, and you have a yo-yo experience. So through tapping, we actually get to neutralize all of that negativity by bringing love and empathy there. And then we get to bring in these new positive beliefs into our reality. So you would then have your client write down what the new version of themselves looks like and what new thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions exist in this new reality. And finally, what inspiring habits take place in this new reality? And this is the part where we get to really commit to daily actions, where they get to choose actions that inspire them, that are exciting, that they get to practice, and that are actually connected to their soul's desire, versus what we talked about at the start, which is like, I've got to have this goal because that means I'm successful and then I'll be happy. But actually, they're feeling excited because their soul wants to do it. They know their soul is lit up by the process. They know it is a fun journey, and you get to experience it from that energy. And this is a really great opportunity to bring in a guided visualization, because when you are supporting someone to really set up new beliefs, what you want to do is you want to help them rewire their brain. And that's basically what we're doing in tapping. We're going in and we're rewiring all the limiting beliefs, all the limiting patterns, and then we're inserting a new reality, a new way of seeing reality, new beliefs. And guided visualizations are great for that, especially if you combine a guided visualization with the positive emotions, because the emotions help the neural pathways glue together the new synapses inside the brain that have that new reality, that have those positive thoughts, that have those new habits. And so today you're going to experience that guided visualization that will allow you to do that. And then, of course, you can always come back to this and you can practice it yourself. You can redo the session and you can share it with others. It's a really simple 4-step process. And I would love to hear from you. How many of you in the chat area have never tapped before? Just put a yes. And if you have tapped before, how many times or how many months have you been tapping for? And this will give me an idea on how to guide the process for you all as well. Yes, you'll be able to watch this later. Beautiful. Okay. Never, 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 never 2 times, never 4 times, never 2 years. Beautiful. I love all these amazing newbies just diving in 1 month, tapped a few times, a year or so. Beautiful. Love, love, love to see this. Okay, we've got some seasoned people and we've got total beginners. One of the beautiful things about tapping is it really is a very simple process. You don't need to be a pro at it, because you're just tapping on your body and you're feeling your emotions and you're clearing out your emotions, and then you're choosing new ways of being. And that's really as simple as it is. I'm sure many of you received the Tapping Basics course so that you could do a little practice and get to know it earlier on. If you didn't do that, just follow along with me. Let yourself breathe through whatever's coming up. The middle of the session is going to feel really intense, and that's what happens in tapping. You're going to probably feel a little bit triggered, and that's normal, because what we want to do is we want you to be triggered. We want you to bring all of that limiting emotion, all of those patterns, all that struggle to the surface, because when you bring that struggle to the surface, then you can love it finally. If you're hiding from it and pushing it away and telling yourself that it's wrong, you're never able to give it the love that it needs. And what it actually needs to transform is the love. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you to look at all that uncomfortable stuff so that we can finally bring love to it. Then you're going to watch it dissolve, and then we get to create some new habits, which are actually easier to do, because we no longer are fighting against what's holding us back. We loved it, we healed it, we released it. Now we're an open channel to create the life we want and to be accountable to all the things that we actually are inspired to create. Awesome. Yes, so proud to have everyone here. Really beautiful butterfly taps. Oh, I'd love to learn about that, Christian. Okay, so let's turn off any distractions. So if you have a phone that you're not on right now, turn it off or turn it on silent. You might want to grab a journal with a pen and paper. So if there's any downloads that come in. So during the session, I'm going to be guiding you. I'll be doing a call and response. You'll be saying out loud what you're feeling and repeating after me. If I ever say anything that doesn't feel resonant for you, like I might say I feel sad and you actually might feel angry, I invite you to change the word. If you don't know what you feel, you could be numb, which means just give the word a try. And if something comes out of it, that's going to be a blessing, because now you get to feel all that raw stuff that's in there. Okay. You also might have some off-gassing experiences, which could be yawning, burping, crying, hiccuping, or even farting. So it all happens because you're clearing out your system at a quantum pace. You're clearing out your spirit, which is like anything that's been holding you back and your freedom back. You're clearing out your physical body by rewiring the nervous system and clearing out stored trauma in the physical body. You're rewiring the brain by bringing love and empathy to old thought patterns and setting up new beliefs. And you're really bringing in a holistic experience. So it is the body, mind, and spirit, which can make you do all that off-gassing. So if you do start crying or yawning or burping, it's totally understandable. Let yourself go for it. If you need to shake a little, your body will go through an experience. But at the end, you're going to feel amazing, because I'm going to take you through a whole arc. And at the end is when we bring in all those new visions, and it's going to feel super nurturing, super yummy, super exciting and inspiring. And I even have a surprise for you at the end, which will make you laugh a lot as well. So lots of fun things to do together. But to start with, we're just going to take a moment and just close our eyes and center into a space together so we can get really clear on what we want to create for ourselves today. And just settling in, closing your eyes for a moment, just feeling yourself in a bubble right now, where all of your energy that was outside of you is returning to you right now. Feeling all the energy from any conversations that you've had, any errands that you've been doing today, anything that you've been working out, or anything that you've been doing on your to-do list. Just feel all of that energy coming back into your center right now, returning to you. And just feel that central alignment in your spine. You can gently tuck your chin in and just feel yourself erect, because this aligns the whole energy centers, which will allow you to really feel in alignment with your truth. And I want you to bring your hands out in front of you right now, like you're holding a platter. And we're going to inhale through the nose, and we're going to blow out like a circle with the mouth. So it's like this. And we're just going to circulate that energy right now. We're bringing energy in and we're blowing it out through the hands. And we're going to do a few cycles here right now. Just centering in this space together. And then inhale, hold the breath. Hold the breath. And tuning into your life right now, tuning into what it is that you want to manifest in your life, what it is you want to create in your life right now. And once you find it, gently exhale. And feel that vision right now that wants to come into your life, that thing that wants to be created. Perhaps it's a new way of being in your reality. Perhaps it's something you want to manifest. Perhaps it's something you want to create in a relationship, or a financial thing, or something you want to share or open up in your business with your clients, and you want to develop in a skill set. And as you tune into that right now, I want you to tune into any habits that are blocking you, that are sabotaging this success. Any ways of being, any beliefs, any physical things that you're doing that take you away from this. Is there procrastination? Is there holding back your power? Is there self-doubt? Is there habits like eating too much food late at night? Or is there a certain habit that's addictive for you? Or is there avoidance mechanisms, escapism? What's happening that's taking you away from the fulfillment of this desire? And then I want you to go over to the chat area right now. And I want you to write in the chat area what it is you want to create and what habit is blocking you from having that. Forgiving my allergies are kicking in. Success in my business. Self-doubt in my business. Looking to create a better self-talk, fear, freedom from my negative mindset, unbelievable, life coach business, sacred, not successful, abundance, self-doubt, to attract more clients, procrastination, positivity, anxiety, financial freedom, grow my coaching business, support my community, self-sufficient, financial worries, coaching women with trauma, massage therapy, success in attracting more clients, acceptance of illness, creating projects, energy levels, freedom, long-time COVID, belief in myself, happiness, fear amongst myself. I want to lose weight. I want to create peace, positivity, beautiful, being centered and balanced, health and higher, success, freedom, releasing of depression. Great. All of these prayers, feeling all of these prayers, these intentions coming in right now. So we just hold all of these intentions, knowing that as we bring love to these blocks, naturally, there is more space for us to manifest and create from. As we release our fear, our self-doubt, automatically we remember who we truly are, abundant in our true nature. Let's take one more deep breath in. Hold the breath. And then gently exhale. Beautiful. So we're going to start now by just massaging underneath the collarbone here. And I'm going to ask you now just to tune in to the block that's been coming up, if it's been self-doubt, if it's been certain habits. And we're going to drop in now into the feeling field. And the way that we heal it in tapping is we allow ourselves to feel it deeply. So we're going to drop right down into the feeling body now. We're going to allow ourselves to feel deeply. And as we give ourselves permission to feel all of that messy stuff, all of that uncomfortable stuff, all of that awkward stuff, all of that limitation, as we give ourselves permission to be with it, it can finally be released. And so we give ourselves permission now, knowing that it is a safe place to feel. It is a safe place to be with the discomfort. And it is a safe place to trust this process. I want you to tap on the center of the chest right now. And I want you to repeat after me. I really want to create, and tell me what you want to create. And say it out loud. But I'm feeling blocked by what? What are you feeling blocked by? Tapping between the brows. I really want to create what? What do you want to create? Say it out loud. Tapping the temples. But I feel blocked by, tell me what you feel blocked by. And that is totally understandable. Tapping the cheeks. I'm struggling with, tell me what you're struggling with. Say it out loud. And that's been blocking my ability to create what? Tell me what it is. That's been blocking my ability to create. And I'm going to ask you to really follow along with me, because if you don't tap while you're doing this process, you won't clear it out of the physical energetic field. So part of the healing with tapping is you're clearing it out somatically, out through the meridian lines of the body. So you must tap while voicing this process. Tapping underneath the nose. And what have you been feeling as a result? What limiting emotions have been coming up for you around this particular block? I've been feeling, have you been feeling fear? Have you been feeling sadness? Have you been feeling blocked? What have you been feeling? I've been feeling really. Tell me what you've been feeling. Tapping underneath the lips. And that's been holding me back. Saying this out loud. And what have you been thinking in your mind? And I want you just to stay with me for a moment, and I'll tell you when to put it in the chat area, but let's just really be with this right now. What are the limiting thoughts that are going on inside of your mind right now around this struggle? I've been thinking, tell me what you've been thinking. Tapping the center of the chest. I've been believing, tell me what you've been believing. And that's been holding me back. And what are the limiting thoughts are coming up for you around this block? I've been feeling and thinking, tell me again. And when you have those thoughts, how does that affect your life? What limiting habits start to come from you when that happens, when you have those thoughts, when you have that self-doubt? Do you stumble over your words when you're asking your clients for your financial worth? Do you start binge eating when you start doubting your potential? Or do you reach for that cigarette to avoid that discomfort that comes up when you're having relationship difficulty? What is the habits that come out of that? Tell me what you start to do. And just feel that right now. I want you to feel that habit and how that feels. I want you to lean into the discomfort of that habit right now. And I want you just to allow it to be uncomfortable, because it can be uncomfortable, right? So get on the edge of the discomfort right now. Let your whole body feel it. What's the texture of it? What does it feel like in your body when you're struggling with it? Is it heavy? Is it prickly? Is it oozing? Is it festering? Is it metallic? If it had a texture, what would it be? Feel the texture in your body. Lean into the discomfort of it. And then on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense has it been? Tune into the number, like, oh my God, it's been a 10. It's been so intense. Tune into what the number is, 0 being there's no issue and 10 being it feels really intense. It has been and tell me the number. And then take a long, deep breath in, release a big sigh. tapping the front of the ribs. And if the number is really low, there's two things that could be happening. One, it could just be that you're numb, or two, it could be that you want to focus on something that's a little bit more intense for yourself, because we want to go for the things that are most intense so that we can clear them. Okay, even though I've been struggling with, tell me what it is. I'm in a safe place to look at it right now. And then just come back to tapping now. Take yourself away from the chat and just come back to tapping. Tapping the side of the ribs. I'm in a safe place to look at this. I'm in a safe place to look at. Tell me what it is. And all of the emotions surrounding it. Tapping the side of the wrist. I'm in a safe place to look at. Tell me what it is out loud. And the whole struggle I've been having with it. Tapping the side of the thumb. It's been really difficult. Tapping the next finger. And I'm ready to finally look at this, so I can move forward in my life. Tapping the next finger, so that I can finally create what? What do you want to create? Taking a long, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. Even though I've been struggling with this for a long time, I love and accept myself. Tapping the little finger inside. Even though I've been struggling to create what? What have you been struggling to create? I'm still a good human being. And I'm still worthy of love. Take another big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the side of the hand. And I'm ready to finally clear out the blocks. Tapping the top of the head and the back of the head all the way around. I'm ready to finally heal this. It's possible if I look at this deeply, I can heal it. Tapping between the brows. I'm ready to look at this more deeply now. Okay, just give me a little thumbs up if you guys are ready to go a little deeper with me. Yeah, okay, beautiful. So I want you to tune into the limiting thoughts, the emotions that are coming up around it, the struggle, the intensity that you've been feeling in your body, the blocks, how it's been affecting your life, your work, how you show up, your confidence. Feel all of that. Feel how that's been happening. And I want you to tune into the thoughts that are coming along with it, like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, this is too hard, my needs don't matter, what if they laugh at me, I feel embarrassed, this is too difficult, whatever the thoughts are that have been coming up in inside your mind. And I want you to tune in right now to the earliest memory that just pops into your mind, where you thought a similar way, where you had a similar type of thought and a similar type of emotional response. And it's probably a similar situation. And as you tune into the first time you remember thinking this kind of thoughts, I want you to see it happening right now, tapping the temples. And whatever memory pops up, just go with that one. If you can't go all the way back to childhood, that's okay. It might pop up later, it might not. It might just be yesterday, or it might be a year ago when you remember a similar type of thing repeating itself inside your mind and inside your life. And then repeating after me, this reminds me of, tell me what it reminds you of. Tapping the cheeks, this reminds me of, tell me what it reminds you of. And who was involved in that memory with you? Just tell me who was involved with you. Tapping underneath the nose. And what were they doing or not doing? They were, just describe what their role in it was. Tapping underneath the lips. And the worst part about this memory was what? What was the worst part for you in this memory? Tapping the center of the chest. The worst part was, tell me what really took you down, what really made you doubt yourself, what really made you suffer, what really made you shrink and hide, what really made you pull back your power. The worst part was, and just tell me about it out loud. And that made me feel what? What did that make you feel when that worst part happened? That made me feel what? What did that make you feel? Tapping the front of the ribs. And I've been feeling that for a long time. And what did it make you believe when that happened? Did it make you believe your needs didn't matter? What did it make you believe? That made me believe. Tapping the side of the ribs. I started believing, tell me what you started believing on the sides here. And I've been believing that a long time. Speak it out loud. The more you can voice it out loud, the more you ignite it inside your brain to connect to those memories, to bring it forth into your system. I've been believing what? What have you been believing for a long time? Tapping the side of the wrist. And I've been feeling really stuck here. What I really needed in that situation was what? What did you need in that memory that would have made everything okay for you? What did you need in that memory that would have actually supported your development or helped you have the confidence, or helped you believe in yourself, or help you have the strength or the clarity or the level of organization and follow through? What did you need that would have helped you develop in the highest expression? That would have helped you feel safe to go for your dreams, to live with power, to trust yourself. Tapping the side of the thumb. What I really needed was what? Tell me out loud. And then just go ahead and write it in the chat area and then come back to tapping with me. What I really needed was love. I needed to be understood. Tapping the little finger. I needed a safe place. I needed support, compassion, encouragement, self-confidence, attention. I really needed what? And tell me what you needed out loud. Come back to tapping after you've written yours down. I really needed, tell me what that is. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger, but I didn't get it. Tapping the little finger. I really needed, what did you need? Tell me what you needed in that situation. But no one gave it to me. And I started to believe I didn't deserve it. Tapping the side of the hand, I started to believe I wasn't worthy of it. I started to believe it's too hard to get. I've been believing that a long time. And feel how long you've been carrying that belief and that struggle for now. Just feel it through all of the years right now. All of that struggle through all of the years. Let yourself feel that struggle in your body and just hold it in some compassion right now. Hold it in some understanding that it's been really hard. And then take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the top of the head. I really need it. Tell me out loud. Speak it, voice it, claim it. Let it be heard. I really need it. But I didn't get it. Instead, I got what? What did you get instead? Instead, I got... Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping between the brows. It's possible I was worthy of it. Tapping the temples. It's possible I was worthy of what? Tell me out loud. Tapping the cheeks. It's possible I was worthy of. And it's possible I'm worthy of it right now. It's possible I was worthy of, tell me what that is. Tapping underneath the nose, take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping underneath the lips. I love and deeply accept myself exactly as I am. And I am worthy of, tell me what you are worthy of. Tapping the center of the chest. And it's possible I don't need to wait any longer to get it. It's possible. I don't need to convince anyone to get it. I am ready to have what? What are you ready to have in your life? What are you ready to allow into your life? What are you ready to experience? I am ready to have. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm ready to receive. What did you need in that situation? And I can have this today. I can have this right now. I am ready to receive what? Say it out loud. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the side of the ribs. Are you guys ready to let that into your life now? Are you ready to allow yourself to receive that? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to bring it in. Okay, great. So I want you to tune in right now to that most painful memory, that most painful part of that memory. And I want you to feel that part where you just really shut down, where you felt like all was lost, where you started to doubt yourself. You didn't know how to continue. You didn't know what to do. I want you to tune into that right now. And as you tune into that moment, I want you to imagine that you open your eyes up in the corner of the frame, and there is your higher self over there who is so loving, so compassionate, so understanding, so wise, so committed to the highest integrity of alignment, and so much love. And they're watching what you just went through, tapping the wrist. And they start to just walk over to you with all of their presence right now. And they get down to your level and they just wrap their arms around you in the biggest hug right now. All of their love, just holding you in that moment of pain, that moment of doubt, that moment of difficulty, that moment of shutdown, and you're just feeling their presence there with you right now. And feel their presence holding you right now. Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the side of the thumb. I'm receiving the love that I needed back then. I'm receiving the support that I needed back then. And I want you to see your higher self get down on your level and look you deep in the eyes right now. And they have something that they want to tell you right now. What do they want to say to you right now in this moment? My higher self is telling me. Tell me what they're telling you right now. Tapping the next finger. My higher self is telling me. Tell me what they're telling you. And I want you to see them looking into your eyes, and I want you to feel into any resistance that you have right now to the message, to their love, any part of you that doesn't want to receive completely, that's afraid to receive the message, any pushback or any feeling that it's not safe to receive this kind of love or presence or support from your higher self, any part of you that doubts you're even worthy of it. I want you to lean into any pushback right now. I want you to feel any contraction to fully receiving the love, the compassion, the support of your higher self. Take a deep breath into any pushback right now, and then release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the next finger. My higher self is telling me what? What's your higher self telling you? And then just go ahead and write it in the chat box, and then come back to tapping with me. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. My higher self is telling me all I want is in reach. I deserve better than this. Tapping the little finger. All is well. Keep going. I am held. You are worthy. You've got this. I'm safe. Tapping the side of the hand. I'm there for you. You are free. You are worthy. Strong and kind. Tapping the top of the head. My higher self is telling me. Tell me what your higher self is telling you right now. Tapping between the brows. My higher self is telling me. Tell me what your higher self is saying. Tapping the temples. And it's possible. I can trust this. I'm ready to trust this. I am ready to trust. Tell me what it is you're ready to trust. I am ready to trust. It's possible I'll feel better if I trust this. Tapping the cheeks. It's possible I'll have more power and more clarity if I trust this. And what could you create in your life, in your business, in your practice, in your relationships, and the things you're doing? What could you create if you fully allowed yourself to trust this completely? What would you create in your life? What would you do? How would you show up? Who would you be? What reality would you create for yourself if you fully trusted this message? And I want you just to close your eyes right now, and I want you to imagine yourself in your life right now, fully trusting this message. I want you to see what would be happening and how you would be showing up and how it would feel in your body. Would it feel light? Would it feel grounded? Would it feel sparkly? Would it feel shiny? Would it feel open? Would it feel free? What would it feel like in your body if you fully trusted this, if you fully allowed this to guide the full potential that you are? Tapping underneath the nose. I am in a safe place to trust what? Tell me what it is out loud. Tapping underneath the lips. I am in a safe place to trust. Tell me what it is out loud. It's possible that it's time now. And I can trust what? Tell me what it is. Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the center of the chest. I want you to imagine your life right now where all of this has transformed, where you're allowing this truth, this gift, this new way of being to enter into your life. I want you to feel that and see that right now as if it's happening right now in your life. And as you feel that, I want you to magnify it by how good it can feel. I want you to imagine how good it can feel when you allow that to be who you truly are. Who do you get to become when you allow the field of this energy, of this kind of trust to guide everything that you do? And what are the top 3 positive emotions that you get to feel when you allow this into your life? I get to feel, tell me what it feels like when you're allowing this into your life. It makes me feel love. Tapping the front of the ribs. It makes me feel joy. Happiness. Side of the ribs. Compassion. Empowerment. Confidence. Safety. Happiness. Whole and light. I get to feel at ease. All is possible. Tapping the wrist. I get to feel love and happiness. Authentic. Worthy. When I am showing up like what? What do you get to show up like? What do you get to bring into your life right now? And I want you to describe out loud, just speak it out loud, how you're showing up, what you're doing, how you're talking, how you're moving through reality, what types of things you're doing in your life, what new habits are you doing every day of your life? Are you getting up earlier in the morning? Are you making yourself a juice? Are you mapping out your client roster? Are you reaching out to new potential clients that you can work with? Are you spreading the message around your work? Are you being more consistent with how you share? Are you allowing yourself to have time for creativity, time to play, time to enjoy your life? What are you doing every day that allows this to feel even more enjoyable? I am what? What makes it feel even more enjoyable for you? What makes it feel even more fun? Speak it out loud. I am. Tell me what you're doing that makes it fun. I am. And what else are you doing? What other habits do you get to bring into your life that just feel so inspiring and make your body feel good, make your heart feel happy, make you feel connected to your spiritual power, support you in feeling and knowing that you are worthy, that you are ready? Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Ah. Tapping the next finger. And I want you to imagine your life if you did these new habits, these new ways of being, these new ways of thinking, these new ways of showing up. If you did that every day of your life for the next 10 years, if you really let that become a part of who you are, if you really let that continue to expand your being, if you allow that to expand who you are and what you're doing in your life and how you're showing up, what's happening in your life 10 years from now? Tapping the next finger. And how does that transform? And I want you to imagine 20 years from now, if you just kept doing that, allowing that to expand, allowing that to create more, allowing that to overflow more, allowing that to create more possibilities, allowing that to overflow into all of your relationships, allowing that to up-level your career, up-level your standards, up-level your alignment, up-level your connection. Imagine 20 years of continuing to allow that to bring more and more goodness into your life, to feel that alignment, bringing more and more of what's possible, to feel that self-trust guiding your life. 20 years from now, what is happening in your life? Speak it out loud. If you allow that to radically shift. What does that feel like? And what are you creating? What are you manifesting? What have you manifested in your life 20 years from now as a result of this current, this momentum? I have created, tell me what it is. Tapping the little finger. Go ahead and write that in the chat box. What have you physically created? What have you manifested? What are you creating or sharing with the world? What are you doing? Write it into the chat. I am, and then just say it out loud. Beautiful. Tapping the side of the hand. I am. I am. What else? I love seeing these. These are the intentions of your soul. This is what you are here to share, and it can be fun. I am ready to. Tell me what you're ready to do. Oh, yes. And I get to have fun with this. Tapping the top of the head. I get to have so much fun. I get to play like a child. So I want you to feel that inner child, because we all have an inner child inside of us. And do you guys remember when we were like 6 years old or 7 years old, and we used to like play shop, or we used to pretend we were like school teachers, and we used to play these roles, or, you know, we're at the checkout and we give our friend like a little bit of change, and all these imagination games that we would have as kids, with this desire to grow up and to be able to play like the adults did. But as kids, it was an imagination of fun. So I want you to feel that inner innocence of the child right now, that this is all a fun game. And that you get to play. You get to play doing what you love, creating imagination, creating stories, creating fun through this. And I want you to feel that bright innocence in you right now, that just loves to love, that loves to play, that loves to share. Tapping between the brows. And what does your inner child want to say to you right now? What is the message from your inner child? My inner child is telling me what? Woo! My inner child is telling me, beautiful. And then you can go ahead and write that in the chat area, come back to tapping. My inner child is telling me to play, lighten up, have fun, love myself, to be free, to forgive, to dance, to laugh, to smile, to chill out, to be courageous, to laugh. My inner child is telling me, tell me what it is, say it out loud. Big, deep breath in, stick your tongue out, and make a crazy lion breath with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah. I want to see all of your tongues getting a little playful with me right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah. Beautiful. I want you to tap all over your body right now. And I want you to say 10 affirmations around what you're worthy of, what you're ready for, what you're creating, and all the positive emotions and positive feelings you get when you get to do it. Go ahead on a little rant right now. You have 30 seconds. Just blast yourself with positivity. Say out loud what you're worthy of, what you're ready for, what you're creating. Go for it. Yay! Nice. Woohoo! Nice. And let your child say them out loud with freedom, with innocence, with play. Woo! Beautiful. What else? Nice. Awesome. All right. Big deep breath in, big sigh. Now we're going to do something really fun for you newbies. We're going to do a little laughter tapping now. So we're going to laugh for no reason while tapping all over our body. And it's going to be 2 minutes, only 2 minutes of laughing. And I'm going to give everyone permission to unmute themselves so we can all laugh together and hear each other's laughter. There's a science behind it. When we laugh, even for no reason, we're producing the same happy hormones and happy chemicals in our brain that flood our system to feel good. So as we do the rewiring process, we want to flood ourselves with those happy hormones. So I'm going to give you permission to unmute right now. And then if you want to tap and you don't know how to laugh, you can just say ho, ho, ha, 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 he. You can look at me, you can look at others. Okay? Everybody take a long exhale, hold the breath. Bring the arms up wide. Feel all of your breath, holding the breath right now. Inhale. Hold that breath. Exhale slowly, hold the breath out, keep the arms up. And then on this inhale, imagine yourself inhaling the purest of light, like you're sucking in all of the light of the universe into your whole being, and hold the breath. And then feel that light holding your whole being right now. Your whole body is soaking in this light. Hold the breath. Exhale slowly, hold the breath out. And then I want you to, on the next inhale, Breathe in all the blessings of the universe that are coming in to support you and your visions. Inhale all of the blessings right now. Hold the breath. Feel all of the blessings right now filling up your whole field, that the universe wants these visions for you. The universe wants you to have all of these desires. The universe wants for you to be expressed. The universe wants your abundance. The universe wants you to receive. Feel all of that support right now. And then open your hands up to the sky. On the exhale, imagine yourself opening up your whole field to all of the love of the universe. Bring your hands down around you and down onto your knees. Exhale. Closing your eyes and just feeling this space right now. Feeling into how easy it is supposed to be and how easy it is right now. And tuning into any final pieces that you just get to let go of right now that no longer even belong to you. Feel them just dissolve into the wind right now. And feel the light filling all of you up right now. The magnitude of this light. And feel this light, feel this purity, feel this power that is guiding your life. And calling the vision that you brought in at the start of the session. Calling in this vision of what you are intending into your life now. And feel it just held in all of this light. Feel it being energized by this light. And feel how simple it is. And I want you now to imagine your life guided by this now. I want you to see your life, your endeavors, the things you're doing, the places you're going, the people you're connecting with, the creations that you're making. I want you to see your vision manifesting right now in all of its simplicity. With this light. And to see and feel your inner child present in the whole process. So pure and alive. And from this space right now, I want you to tune into the number of intensity that you're at now. What number were you at the start of the session in terms of your resistance and your struggle? And what number are you at right now? And go ahead and write that in the chat. What number did you start at? And what number are you at now? Down to a 2 was an 8, is now 7 to a 3, 7 to a 2, 6 to a 0, 8 to a 2. 9 to a 0, 8 to a 2. Beautiful, my loves. 7 to a 2, 10 to a 3, 7 to a 2, 7 to a 2, 8 to a 2. I'm just feeling all of these blessings touching all of us right now, and feeling any final piece that you just want to let go of right now that you might still be holding on to. Feel that for a moment. Inhale into it and then release the sigh. And now I want you to tune into one new habit that you get to take with you, one new way of being, one new thing that you're going to do for yourself every day. or throughout the week, something that you're going to do that reflects this new way of being, that reflects this new way of seeing a reality, or a way that you're going to show up now, something that you're going to put into practice, a new way of taking care of yourself or showing up for yourself or your clients. You can go ahead and write that into the chat. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. Daily tapping. I love it. Asking for help. Yes. Daily tapping too. More lion breaths. I love lion breaths. Laughing every day. Yes, yes. Improving my live streaming, visual reminders to tap, getting out of bed. Yes, Kaylee. Sending love to humanity, studying and reading, believing more in myself. Beautiful. And I want you to take a moment right now, just tune into a piece of wisdom that you received in this tapping session today. Perhaps it was through doing some of the work with your inner child and a piece of wisdom came through. What is a piece of wisdom that you received for yourself? Go ahead and write that into the chat. Beautiful. Nice. Believing in myself. Wisdom of being worthy. Empath. It's safe to be worthy. The pain will disappear. I can trust myself. I am worthy of unconditional love. You're all kinds of awesome. I love that. Beautiful. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to give an opportunity for a couple, 2 or 3 people to share something that they discovered, something that you discovered in the session today. And we want this to be a gem of wisdom. So I always love to share. Whenever I tap, I always get a piece of wisdom, and I always make it a practice to share the wisdom that I get from my taps with others, because it does 2 things. It helps others integrate the same wisdom and see the same wisdom in their own life, because we're all learning very similar things, and also helps strengthen what I just discovered as well by sharing it. So we're going to give a few people an opportunity to share what they discovered in the session today. Okay, I'm going to head over to you, Joan. Beautiful. Hi, my love. Oh, wait, you have to unmute yourself. If you can click the unmute button. Okay, I'll give you another. Did you see it there, Joan? If you click the microphone button, you should be able to unmute yourself. Okay, well, while you touch in on that, well, it should give you an opportunity. If you can figure it out, then we'll bring you up. But we can jump over to Christian right now and see what Christian wants to share.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hi, Christian.
Well, I've done tapping before, but this is something I have not done for a long time. Like I said, I do the butterfly taps on my own time, and I did put my email in the chat for anyone who wants to learn those butterfly taps. Wow. And I can do that again here in a minute. But I never realized, like, doing this, like something as simple as like doing this all over your body could just, like, I have been able to free myself from negative self-talk, self-doubt, and whatnot, because self-doubt is something that I have had for years. And just, I've been a broadcaster for 2 years. I've been a sports broadcaster. I've been a content creator for probably the last 5-6 years. And just, I've been so upset with the content that I've been creating and all the editing and all the work that I've been doing. And just, I've never had anything like this explained to me in this kind of way, that something like this could just free my entire body. But now this gave me a whole bunch of insight on what I need to do in order to, like I said, improve my content and work on myself and just create a stable environment for my live streaming platforms. So
wow,
it.
wow, amazing, beautiful. And what are you sharing on your platforms?
It's just a little gaming show that I do. I've been doing it, like I said, for over 5 years, and to begin with, I just, again, it was just negative self-talk, like I'm never gonna do this. And I've built probably over, oh my gosh, like 100 and some followers over the last 3 to 5 years. And last night's live stream had probably over 6 viewers, and I surprised myself with my live stream because, like I said, here lately with my live streaming, I've been able to get out of my comfort zone and just live stream things that I'm not used to.
Beautiful.
Of course, it took me a couple of tries, and then next thing you know, I was able to just skyrocket from there. And now my audience is just like, holy smokes, like, look at this guy go.
Beautiful. Isn't that amazing when you have that, when you feel that trust within yourself, it just ripples out and everything begins to magnify around you. So, it's beautiful. How can people find what you're up to? Is there a name for it? Or?
I live stream on Twitch TV for those of you who have a Twitch account. I will put my I don't know if I can share links in the chat, but I can.
Yeah, you can put a link in the chat. We'd love to see what you're up to.
Give me 1 second here. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Why don't you go and find that, and then we'll see if Joan can unmute herself now.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Beautiful. Awesome. Joan, are you able to unmute yourself? No? Okay, no worries. Does anyone else want to share anything that they discovered? You can raise your hand. There's a little hand button next to your name. Okay, Losa, I'm going to bring you up.
Whoop.
Hi.
Hi there. I'm written as Losa, but it's actually Lisa. That's funny.
Oh, okay.
I also am not with my video on, am I? There we go. Okay.
There you are.
Hi.
Nice. Hi.
Nice to be here. This is the first tapping experience that I've done where I have not cried.
Nice.
So,
okay, moving ahead.
It's usually a pretty emotional experience for me. And today was one session where it was just kind of smooth the whole time, but very gently powerful, in the sense that I've been in California for the last 2 years, and I'm Canadian, and I've been looking to kind of attain citizenship here, but there's so many steps to go through and so much, you might know yourself, many loopholes, or not loopholes, but many hoops to jump through. And it's been so destabilizing because to build the roots, the kind of roots that I would like to build here, it really requires to be able to have a social insurance number or a social security number, for instance, all these things. So there's definitely been a story playing at the back of my mind that the things that I really want are sometimes unattainable. It's funny because that works in parallel with the story that I can get whatever I want. And I've seen that happen in my life. And yet there's some part of me that still believes the things that I want the most or so deeply remain out of reach somehow. And I was also looking at how that extends into my stories of around love, or around money, or around, all the different places that can reach. So I was just really pleased to find that that there's almost like a deeper layer underneath that does very much believe that the things that I want are possible. And that's why it's led me to this place at this time, and, you know, set the platform in a way that, that makes things possible. So it's just believing, you know, that it's possible, that really remains the final piece of that. And that's also kind of led to some procrastination. And, you know, it's so funny because just to wrap it up, I know I don't want to take too much time, but I've had to do things like reach out to radio hosts and build my website and all of these things because of the steps that they require you to take in order to attain a visa for artistry. And I'm a spoken word artist. I teach spoken word poetry as a means of authentic expression. And and all of these things have been done kind of on the sly. Just I've been putting things out just here and there without really promoting it, it's just kind of taken on a bit of a life of its own that I could manage to get by without having to do all the steps that, you know, and so it's really forcing me to up level. And so it's really great that, that it's happening. I just have to believe and put myself into it. And so the tapping really helped to access the point that believes I can.
Nice. Oh, beautiful, sister. Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. I'm really happy to feel that for you. And it reminds me every time that any challenge that we have is an invitation to up level. So like the bigger the challenge, the bigger the up level. And so it's such an amazing invitation. And when you actually take it on as an invitation, your whole life transforms, right? So you're getting all of these pieces now in order that you may not have gotten in order if you just had your visa already. So it's like looking at the challenge through that lens and saying, oh, wow, this is like an invitation to bring even more abundance. And this is an invitation to take my life to the next level. And it's not a challenge that's like burdening me. It's a challenge to up level my life. So yeah, I really love the way you position that. That's amazing.
100%. Thank you so much for these taps. And I just love the power of what you do, your work, and I'm so grateful.
Thank you, sister. Grateful for you too.
Thank you.
Bye, honey. Bye. Awesome. All right. Stacey, you want to share?
Hello, everybody.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you so much for doing this work. I want to hire you, but you only do this right now for, everyone. What I really want to discover is somebody who does what you do, who can do it for me more often. So I don't know where to get that resource, but and I'd like to get, that's one thing I'd love to get. I don't know where to get it. If you have a way, please tell me. But one thing that feels so amazing, and it's really true for my experience, is that where you're saying the tapping causes the those limiting beliefs or deeper core root issues, feelings, emotions to come out somatically, and then you can when you're tapping on the meridians, then you can get out somatically, but then reintegrate in the new beliefs. And it feels like it's there. But I also experienced that if there's something left that needs to come out, it also brings that in somatically. And that's why I want more help.
Yes.
But I also would like to know how to get trained and do this myself. And so those are two things that I hope to get, and I don't know where to get it. So if you could enlighten me, I would feel so blessed.
Beautiful.
I already do feel so blessed. It's so transformational, and I really appreciate it so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sister. Thank you for these questions as well. And it's like I often tell, because we do a certification program twice a year. It's a 6-month program, and I can put a link in there. Actually, I can send you all. We do have a waitlist page. I'll send it to you so you guys can, if you are interested in a certification, that's the waitlist page. But what I always tell my students is, so much of the time, you know, we numb our stuff because we didn't have a tool earlier on to deal with it. And then the moment we start tapping, it's like you're at like a ticket counter at the cinema, and then like the ticket counter opens and everyone wants a ticket. It's kind of like all the emotions and all the thoughts and all the memories start coming in. They're like, hey, like, can you look at me now? Because now the ticket counter is open. And it's a dance, right? It's like, okay, we're not going to clear it all in one session, but we have a process that we take everyone through where it's called personal peace procedure, where we actually map out every year of our life up until like 27 years old. And we map out all of those tickets that need our attention. And through the certification process, we go through all of those big nuggets, those big memories, those big beliefs that have been holding us back, and we move through them in a really succinct process. So that's a really nice way to do it. You can also do that with coaches as well. We have a bunch of coaches on our website that have gone through the certification program. So if you go to jenniferpartridge.com and then click the side link, there's a little button called book a coach, and you can check out some of the coaches there. And then the other thing I was actually going to share, we have a retreat coming up in June. If anyone is interested at all, it's a 3-day retreat. It's at the Art of Living Retreat Center in the USA. And it's a beautiful way to learn more of tapping, to discover the power of healing yourself, to bring it into your own practice, to share it with others. And it's a really beautiful, deep journey that we'll be taking people through. So I just added a couple of links there for you. Let me just give that to everyone, actually, because I just sent it to one person. So that is for the retreat there. And then did I send a link to, and then you got the other link to the certification. So yeah, there are a few ways that you can plug in. And I'm so happy that you're just loving the process as well, Stacey. And yeah, it's like when you open one thing up, often there are other things that like, oh, I didn't even know you were there. And now I've got to give you some more attention. But there's not an infinite amount of gunk in your system. So it's like peeling layers of an onion, right? So you just like keep peeling and life becomes lighter and easier and more easier to navigate because we're pulling off those layers by layers. And tapping is such a beautiful process to do that. And it's such a gentle process. Obviously you can have some really deep emotional release, but it's a process that you can really take your time with and go at your own pace and choose how deep you want to go, because you're the one guiding the process with your tapping and with your thoughts and your emotions. So yeah, really beautiful. Thank you for that. Okay, so yeah, we'll have time for one more share. Nicole, would you like to share? Okay, I'll bring you up. There you are. Hi. Can you unmute? Let me see. Not sure why some of the unmutes. Does it give you an opportunity? Yeah, there we go. Nice. Hi.
So I actually wasn't going to share at first, but I'm kind of pushing myself out of my comfort zone lately, and this tapping I think really helped.
Good.
I've actually been tapping. You were the first one that I've ever experienced it with almost a year ago. And since then, Lisa mentioned it, how she wasn't really emotional this time. Like I got a little bit emotional at the beginning, but then it really felt more powerful this time. So I could really feel my growth, which was really amazing. And then just seeing other people share just kind of really opened my eyes. I'm like, you know what, this is something, I'm here for a reason, right? So I might as well share. But yes. I did want to say to those that are just starting out, this has been literally life-changing for me. Right now, I'm going through a divorce and my family's literally split in half. There's been so much crap going on that it gets stressful, you know? So I've actually gotten so good at integrating tapping into my life that I do it like without even noticing. Now I'll just start, tapping. So it's really awesome. And then it's great because it's something that I can get my daughter into too, because she's obviously going through a lot with the family. And she actually just lost her grandma too. So this has been a great tool for her. And I just want to motivate everybody who's thinking about it to keep going. It does get better.
Beautiful, sister. Oh, my love. I'm reaching through right now and giving you a big hug.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sister. Really beautiful to feel your commitment to the practice as well. And it really does, like life just gets better. The more you do it, the more you clear out, the more opening, the more possibilities, and the more stable you feel as change happens, because life will always change. Death happens, birth happens, transformation of jobs happen. Life is all about change, and having a tool like this allows us to continually come back to our center. And when we're in our center, that's when we're much more open to the highest possibilities as well. So I'm really grateful that you're doing that for your life, and I'm just sending so much love to all the transformation that's happening for you and your daughter and your whole family. And thank you for sharing, sister.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your teaching.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, my loves. So I'm just thanking you all with all of my love and all of my heart right now. You all have your next steps to go out and create these beautiful, healthy habits in your life for what you're manifesting. You get to choose from a powerful place of knowing that your joy is guiding your life now. It's guiding your creations. We're going to send out a replay to this video along with the PDF that we started with as well. And I think Christian might have left a link in the chat there for you guys for what he's up to. And this is really a stirring pot for us to grow as leaders. And one of the things that I really appreciated Nicole saying as well is you start off and you're healing a lot of your stuff, and then you start to move into real leadership, and tapping can take you from healing your trauma to activating your visions to manifesting, and it's something that you can really take with you through your whole life. So I really hope that you continue to expand this practice with me. We do these free sessions every 2 weeks, so you'll get notified of the next one. And feel free to write in whatever you're working through, whatever you're growing through. I know a lot of you write in, and I try to bring them into the sessions as well, so that everyone's hearts get touched and gets opened up. So thank you so much. I'm sending you all of my love, and we'll see you all in a couple weeks. All right. Bye, loves.